What if you could just try? What if you wouldn't have to do it? What if you haven't have to reach the goal? What if you could just try? Hi, I'm Andrea Wilk. I'm a German bestselling author, and I'm here to share my knowledge, whatever I learned over the past 7 years already with you, because I think we can grow together and we shouldn't make each other smaller by fighting and competing. So let's dive into this learning. I would say it was a learning I just had. So I was always like, when I start something, I have to finish it, I have to go through with it, and I have to stick with it. Because when you start something, well, you commit. And don't get me wrong, I think commitment is like the most important thing you need to do to reach your goals, to go your path, to go your way, to live your dreams. But then again, I think we should only commit to things that really belong to us. So the problem is, whenever we start doing something, or whenever we are like on the edge of starting something, when we are about to decide that we should start something or that we want to start something, I know so many people who just don't start because they're afraid, they're scared of different things, like they could not make it. They don't feel like the person that's going to that they had to be to reach that goal, to get there. And I think one really one thing we may not see in the beginning is that committing to one path quite often means that I have to say no to all the other opportunities, to all the other ways we could go. So this is what keeps people from starting, because they think, as soon as I start, I have to say no to all the other things, and on top of that, I'm not even sure that I am the person who can get there, that I'm not the person who will fall down quite soon. So here's what I think. Well, what I learned and how I'm approaching things, or I'm trying to approach things. Well, no, how I started to approach things. I think we should just try. We should just allow ourselves to try to try out something new, to be beginners, of course, and to be curious, and to just to be willing to find out if this is the way we want to go, if this is the goal we want to reach. Because when we do that, we allow ourselves to do it in a playful way, to do it in a light way, in a way that allows us to make mistakes, to be beginners, to try out and find out how this way could fit with us, how we could make this our own, how we could own it, and if it's really what we want to do, if this is really like our way. And if it's not, we are allowed to stop and do something else without regrets. Because no matter how far we got on that way, we've learned so much until that point. And this much, all we learned, we can put into the next thing we pursue, into our next steps, wherever they may lead us. So what I want to say here is, when we allow ourselves to try out and to just start, we are able to find ourselves. And I know for a lot of people out there, this sounds like, okay, let's find ourselves. It's like, I've heard that so much, it just lost its meaning. But the opposite is the truth, because unless we find out who we are not able to find out what we want to do with our lives. And we just don't know what's good for us and what feels good and what makes us happy, what lets us grow, and what's important in our own lives. We cannot find out what is important for us unless we know ourselves. And that includes finding ourselves. And by trying out things, by trying out ways that inspire us, that triggers something in us positively, we can find out who we are. So this is, every path you start to walk is like an opportunity. It's like a chance to become yourself. And by becoming yourself, success follows, because when you follow your passion, when you follow your heart, success will follow you. So, and it's going to feel good, because of course you can be successful by just following anybody else's path, by just doing what the textbook says. But that's not, probably it's not going to make you happy. So if you want to be successful and happy, then you should find yourself, and you should find yourself by trying out who you want to be. And this can change. You can start something and just realize halfway that that's not you, that you want to do something else. And I think we should really lose these forces, these limits in a way, and these convictions that we have to finish stuff. Because I know so many people who have started something like they started studying something or something like that, but because they committed to doing it, because they started, they went through it until the end, even though they wouldn't even work in that job anymore. And so again, it's not about giving up as soon as it becomes difficult. No, not at all. It's about feeling that this is not you, that your time is precious, and that you get to decide what you do with your time. And when you allow yourself to try out, you can find out what you want to do with your time. I'm so curious what your thoughts on this are, so please comment below. And if you haven't already, please follow the channel and follow along my journey into the English market as an author. I'd be so happy to meet you. So have a nice day, a nice afternoon, a nice evening whenever you listen to this or watch this. And remember, you're good enough to do anything you want to do, and you deserve to live your dreams. Bye, Andrea.